Federal Labor has promised to make it easier for women to access publicly funded abortions if it's elected. Abortion was decriminalised in Queensland last year, but it's still illegal in some states. And critics say it's now not up to any federal government to weigh in. From Canberra, here's political reporter Jade McMillan.
For Angela Williamson, the decision to terminate her pregnancy was difficult enough, but it was made worse when she had to travel interstate because of a lack of services in Tasmania.
It was $4,500 from decision and to returning from Melbourne. It cost a number of different costs and seeing different specialists and travel and the procedure, etc.
Her story hit the headlines when she was sacked by Cricket Australia after publicly criticising the state government.
I certainly felt invisible. I felt there wasn't a voice.
That case has now been settled, but federal Labor wants to put access for all Australian women in the spotlight.
We would like to see women not have to travel 6 hours drive or interstate if they need a termination.
It's promising money for a Tasmanian abortion clinic and pledging to use Commonwealth funding as leverage to pressure all states and territories to make abortions more readily available in public hospitals. Abortion laws vary across Australia. It's legal in most states and territories except in New South Wales and South Australia, where women can only access the service if their health is at risk. Labor is promising to push those states to decriminalise, but there's no guarantee that will happen, and opponents are already gearing up for a fight.
It's a strange commitment to make from federal Labor because this is a state issue, and it is seeming to come before the election, so it is actually going to make it an election issue.
I've never sought to divide Australians on this. I'm a bit disappointed that it's being raised in the eve of election.
It's estimated as many as 1 in 6 Australian women will have an abortion by their mid-30s. So while politically sensitive, Labor hopes it's an issue that will help to set it apart from the coalition as the party that understands the complexities of women's health needs. Advocates have also welcomed a planned review of costs and access to contraception.
Reproductive health, managing your reproductive health is an essential requirement for women.
There's nothing like a looming election to put it on the national agenda. Jade McMillan, ABC News, Canberra.